At ESMO 2018, three important studies were presented on the frontline treatment of ovarian cancer. The PAOLA-1 looked at the addition of Olaparib to the standard of care, carboplatin, paclitaxel, and bevacizumab. The PRIMA study included a high-risk population and looked at the use of Niraparib as a maintenance treatment after carboplatin and paclitaxel. And finally, the Vania looked at the addition of veliparib to carboplatin and paclitaxel and as a maintenance in patients with advanced ovarian cancer. PAOLA-1 is a prospective phase 3 randomized study in the frontline treatment of ovarian cancer, and the main endpoint was to demonstrate whether the addition of Olaparib to bevacizumab as a maintenance could improve progression-free survival. So the population was a broad population of patients with ovarian cancer. They received carboplatin, paclitaxel, and bevacizumab, and at the end, they were randomized to receive Olaparib together with bevacizumab or placebo together with bevacizumab. The duration of Olaparib was 2 years, and bevacizumab was 15 months, as according to the label. Primary endpoint was progression-free survival in the intention to treat population, so the overall population. And they met the primary endpoint because there was a hazard ratio of 0.59 in favor of the Olaparib arm, which means a difference in the median PFS between 16.6 months up to 22.1 months. Subgroup analyses were performed according to the BRCA mutation status and also according to the HRD test. And in all these subgroup analyses, the advantage on progression-free survival was confirmed in all the population, BRCA mutants, HRD test positive, and also in HRD test positive with BRCA wild type. The only subgroups where we didn't see a benefit was the HRD negative and BRCA wild type population. Side effects were as expected. Hypertension, 19% of patients had grade 3 and 70% had grade 3 anemia. Also, I have to mention 6 patients with myelodysplastic syndrome or leukemia, and 7 patients with new primaries and 6 patients with pneumonitis. So overall, we observed a very important benefit for patients. This is important because we knew that Olaparib was effective in patients with BRCA mutation, but now we know that it is effective also in the overall intention to treat population and can give a very substantial improvement in progression-free survival. The PRIMA study is a prospective randomized trial in frontline ovarian cancer patients. They selected a very high-risk population because they selected patients with stage 4 or with stage 3 but with residual tumor after primary surgery, so very high-risk population. Many of them had interval debulking surgery and not primary surgery. So in this population they wanted to see if the maintenance with Niraparib, which is a PARP inhibitor, could improve progression-free survival. Primary endpoint was met. In the HRD population, the hazard ratio is 0.43, so there is a great benefit. And in the overall population is 0.62. So they confirmed the benefit not only in the HRD, but also in the overall population. In terms of toxicity, Niraparib, of course, we know can have a very high or profound toxicity, particularly thrombocytopenia, which in fact was observed in about 30% of the patients. And also anemia was observed in a very high percentage of patients, so this was expected. However, only 12% of the patients had to discontinue the treatment because of toxicity. But 70% of patients needed dose reduction, and also 70% need to interrupt the treatment for some times during the trial. This is a very new opportunity for our patients to have a maintenance treatment which can significantly improve progression-free survival regardless the presence or absence of mutational status. The Vania study is a prospective randomized study in frontline ovarian cancer treatment, and they wanted to assess whether the addition of another PARP inhibitor, which is veliparib, to chemotherapy and then use as a maintenance could improve progression-free survival. So the design was actually a three-arm design. So one arm was just the conventional carboplatin paclitaxel. The other one was carboplatin paclitaxel plus veliparib. So veliparib was given together with the chemo, and this is different from all the other trials where the PARP inhibitor is given only as a maintenance. So this was given with the chemo and then as a maintenance. And there was a third arm where veliparib was given together with the chemo and then placebo, so no maintenance. They demonstrated that in patients with BRCA mutation there was a significant improvement in progression-free survival with a hazard ratio of 0.44. Then they look at the population with HRD positive test, and again they demonstrated an advantage with a hazard ratio of 0.57. And finally they look at the overall population, and again there was a benefit with a hazard ratio of 0.68. So once again, in the overall population, the addition of veliparib demonstrated a big advantage. They did not present the data for the arm which was using veliparib together with chemo without maintenance. So the comparison that was presented was veliparib plus chemo followed by veliparib as a maintenance versus standard of care. So overall, also this study demonstrated that another PARP inhibitor may be very effective in improving progression-free survival in all patients with ovarian cancer. The three positive trials presented at ESMO 2019 on the frontline treatment of ovarian cancer have the potential to change completely our current algorithm. I do believe that in the future, the first-line therapy of ovarian cancer should include a PARP inhibitor for all patients and not only for those with a BRCA mutation.